Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel, Bootcamp Blitz. Today we should be having a look at the tier 9 bundles which are currently in store. If you're wondering why the prices look cheaper here, it's because I am running the game from Amazon's App Store. So if you download Amazon's App Store, everything in the shop is cheaper. If you look at that military budget item there, 67 quid. It's not 80 like it is if you download it off the Play Store. So massive tip, get the Amazon store. Without further ado, let's jump into some gameplay. Out of the 4 tanks which are available, I personally like the K91 the best, and I think out of all the tanks you should probably pick that tank up as well. It is just an all-round really strong vehicle. It's not super strong, but it definitely holds its own at tier 9. You don't have issues like the KPZ does in terms of DPM, because you're running 2700 DPM, and that's running the calibrated shells because it is an autoloader. We're going to push right into D to help the meds, hopefully. Oh, fantastic. Leo's going the wrong direction. Get out of the way, buddy. Cheers. Yeah. Okay, at least 57's pushing right, so we're going to pop the engine boost and head there now. So yeah, the K91 is a really strong vehicle. It's strong, the gun's strong, it's got good penetration, 270 mils of penetration on its AP rounds. It's got 3.5 second intra-clip reload, which isn't too bad. You can't sort of dump a load of damage because it's going to take 7 seconds, but at the same time I don't feel it's that long. Let's get stuck into this. 62, 1, 2, and we're actually going to get some HE here. We've been hit by 54. I'm going to try and angle up here at the last minute. Hopefully I can bounce. Going to bounce. Yep, good. The turret arm on this thing is very strong, I have to say. You're looking at around sort of 260 front on, and when I'm using the gun depression of 7 degrees, grill, when I'm using the gun depression you can get up to sort of 300s, and the only tanks you're going to come across which will pen you are things like this grill, but hopefully let's see if we're going to make a little test, see if we can bounce this E3 here. No, there you go, he's got 300 mils of penetration, he goes through us like butter, so he's got absolutely no problem. Let's see, can we see where he's penned us? Yeah, there we are. So yeah, he's penned the top turret, which has around 300 mils of effective thickness. The lower base of the tank is quite weak at 160, but the upper plate has 100 millimeters, but is sloped quite aggressively to give 281 mils of effective thickness. Excuse me. The mobility of the tank is good, as you can see. We're getting there. We're not struggling at all in terms of mobility. 40 kilometers per hour top speed, power to weight ratio of 14.8 tons. And as you can see, look, very maneuverable, and it gets there. Another thing this thing could do is side scrape really effectively. It has 100mm sides, unlike this E5 who can't side scrape. You can definitely side scrape this thing, and you can kind of over angle it and they still won't get through because it has around 400 mils of effective thickness. So he's hit us for a nice high roll, but it really looks like we're going to get all 3 in. Oof, he got absolutely smashed by our 2 TDs on the side. So I think we pumped out around 3k. Wasn't a bad game at all. Pretty good game. Yeah, absolutely take that. And 50,000 credits as well, so it does make credits. It's got 140% credit coefficient, so not as much as the tier 8 tanks, but it still does make credits, definitely. I'm going to play the AMX 30 prototype now. In this video I'm just going to be doing these 2 tanks, and then I'll put another one up with the KPC and the T55A. If you don't have any of the tanks and you're thinking, should I? It's definitely worth getting the 4 bundle. Let's try that again. Definitely worth getting the all 4 tanks, because for £37, if you look at the 59 pattern Type 59 bundle, which is 10,000 gold, to get 10,000 gold is around £30. So for £37 in my case, or I think it's 45 if you're on the Play Store, that will give you 4 tier 9 tanks, which are, I like all 4 of them. They all have a slightly different playstyle. With the AMX 30 prototype, you have great mobility, a strong turret, and good damage per minute. So Leo 1 is there. Only worried about the STB1 really. Let's see. Oh, there he is. And yeah, he's got a strong. Oh, he's just penned me. Where did he pen me? Can't see where he penned me. Well, what can you do? Let's see. Okay, this is not good at all. I can't pen him and he's hit me twice, so I don't think I'm going to poke here. I'm not going to lie, I'm a bit confused where he penned me. It's looking pretty rough, but what can you do? I'm going to move up to the next hold down position here, using 10 degrees of gun depression. There you go, that's K91. Oops, managed to snap him in the turret there. He just had a bit of a bad angle there. Leo's there. Oh, nice, managed to get him. Looks like we're going to get stuck into this M103 if he pushes up. Very nice. And yeah, now you can see the DPM. I'm running gun rammer and it's around 2,800 DPM. Ooh, get a nice fire as well. Penetration's decent, 232, and that's again running gun rammer, so something like a T55A, which has pretty poor pen, standard pen at 220. You know, it helps having the extra penetration. Hopefully I can show you this. Yeah, gun depression's really working, and the turret armor is strong. Get a shot in here. Yep, nice. And if you angle that upper plate, it is strong. You know, acts kind of like a Russian medium. Nice tank overall. I really particularly like the AMX out of all of them. I think I love the playstyle of the vehicle. There you go, managed to bait the SU. I'm going to hit him again. Just pull down, use the 10 degrees of gun depression. It has got a really strong turret, like I said before. There you go, managed to clear him. And now finally, let's get rid of this STB1, who did a good job, to be fair. Credit to him, but his team didn't seem to do too well. Max roll. Can we ram him? Yes, we can. Nice job. So yeah, the AMX, 10 degrees of gun depression, which makes it really flexible. You got to watch that side armor. It's particularly weak, around 30mm of side armor. Second class there, 3k and 66,000 credits with the Kamikaze medal. Next up, we got a replay with the AMX again. This time, nice to see fellow YouTuber Martin Dogger. He's testing the Cent 5/1, and you'll see here it looks particularly strong, that tank, with very strong turret armor. The tank here, absolutely getting there, knocking out at 60 kilometers an hour. Managed to get a shot in here, and that Vickers is incredibly lucky. You've got to watch out for that tank though, because it will not necessarily out DPM you, but it just has the alpha advantage. You're only hitting him for 310, he's going to hit you for 350, added to which it has good HE pen, so you've got to watch out for that vehicle. Just holding here, seeing what the team's going to do. As you can see, that Cent 5/1 is a nasty piece of work to deal with. Strong turret armor. Luckily he's not looking, so might manage to get a shot in. Bit unfortunate not to hit the target there. And the angles aren't particularly looking good for Martin at this point, unfortunately. We will have bad games, what can you do? Just so happens that he kind of gets wrecked at the beginning, and yeah, what can you do? Again, being hit by that IS-6. I can imagine the hull armor is similar to that of the Cent Mark 1, so in other words, not very thick. I like to use this position because he's no longer looking, and I'm just thinking, yeah, we can probably just go and clear Martin Dogger now, because it's down to a one shot unless I roll horrifically low. Managed to clear him, and I know the Yag's at the back somewhere because he hasn't been spotted. Looking for either the Vickers, but don't want to cross and get hit by the Yag Tiger, so thinking just to get rid of this T-34 while we can. Removes tanks that are isolated, but also to stop getting numerous tanks flanking us. So just angling up here and showing that really strong turret, and managed to bait a shot here. So get one in, and I know I'm going to out-reload him because he has around a 12-second reload. So here you go, clear the target. Up to 2,000 damage now. They're ahead by one tank. That Glacial's going to push round. So I'm just going to wait for him as he crosses. Get a shot in here. Hide behind this rock. Unfortunately, I don't manage to pen these shots. Well, I don't actually manage to hit the target, in fact. No, I do on that one. And he pens me. Slightly unfortunate. Switching to the APCR. APCR has 263 mils a pen, and now I'm jostling between two targets. I don't want that AMX to push, and I use the adrenaline pretty prematurely here, but he seems to back off. He doesn't want to take any more hits. I don't want to poke that 1-1-2, so I just let the Balsig finish him. Special on the tank's not bad at 0.326, which is the same as on the K91, and that's probably why I didn't manage to hit those hat shots on the 1-1-2. The T5A actually has better dispersion at 0.317. So the ability of the tank allows you just to scream in like that, get a shot into the flank of the T26E4, and I'm going to hit another one on the AMX. I'm still thinking that the Yag Tiger is on the right. I don't really want to take a hit, but the I6 seems to just push me out, and I probably would have taken a shot if the Yag Tiger was on the right camping in spawn, but actually he's moved up, so just looking to get the last bit of damage out here. Balsig kind of gets in the way, looking to get a shot here, and then wanted to back up. Probably could have taken the hit, and then the Balsig kind of gets in the way there, yeah. So I didn't really want to get in the way of him, but what can you do? And the 5100 is going to get cleared there. So overall decent game. I think it was around 3,600 damage. We made pretty solid credits. Again, it's not as high as some of the tier 8s, but it still has a 140% credit coefficient. Got one more game in the K91 here, and then we're going to have a look at the arm profile of the tanks. Apologies for this video taking such a long time to come out. I think there's around 6 days on the bundle left, but I had some issues with files I was trying to upload to create this video. They kept saying they were corrupt, so apologies for the video coming out late. Right, another piece of live gameplay in the K91. We are going to go right. Hopefully our team starts to follow. Yep, looks like the Vickers is going there. They have an E50M, Sheridan, 121, Progetto. Very medium based, so we're going to go right. Hopefully we can slow their mediums from pushing up into that top corner, because then they can use their gun depression and put in effective fire. We're not going to follow our meds up the right, we're going to push sort of the centre, get hull down, use the 7 degrees of gun depression. Although it's not a lot of gun depression, it's still enough, should be enough to get the shots out. Maneuverability is alright, as you can see, keeping up with this chieftain actually in front. Put in snapshots, nope, unfortunate, but the dispersion on the tank is not the best, so you can't expect anything at 0.326. Actually the same dispersion as the MX-30 prototype. Yep, get to hit that ST. Wait for the reload, just sit here. We'll pretend we have shots in the clip. We don't want the K91 to poke, so pretend that we have shots. This is a good position if you're ever wondering on this map. This position here in a strong hold down tank, such as the Chieftain, Our heavies are pushing in now. They didn't get that corner, so it doesn't look like they're going to do too well. But 1 in here, 2 in. Nice. It's finished. We take a hit. Good, we got 1 more into that. 1 to 1, I'm just going to pull back and I need to trade any hit points here. Sheridan spamming missiles. 6 seconds left. Just holding. Hopefully get this 1 to 1. 1, there we go. I-50M push a little too aggressive. I want to get rid of this 1 to 2. He's down. Get in. Jetto 1. Oh, ready uptake. No. Jetto faps his shots. All good. Up to 2,500 damage now. I reckon the team's got that corner, so I think I'm going to go and push back towards our spawn to the E50M and SD1. Strong vehicle, the K91. Pop the engine boost. I think it is probably the best out of the 3 bundle, but like I said before, the 4 bundles, which comes with the AMX, is probably the best. Nice high roll there. I'm not sure about the shooting. There we go, clear him. And finally in the E50. Nice. So that's 3,400. Let's see if we can reload. 8 seconds. No, it doesn't look like it. I think the Vickers is going to get him. Yeah, the Vickers gets him. Anyway, solid game in the K91. I really do think it is a strong vehicle. Tier for tier. You're not really going to struggle, and you can put out that damage. Unlike the Kampfpanzer 70, which I'm going to be posting either later today or tomorrow, and then I'll do a final video on the T55A. Kind of in the order of best to worst, really, in my opinion. So we're having a look at the armor profile now of the K91, and as you can see, 7 degrees of gun depression. We're running the M103, which has 248mm of AP pen and 340mm of heat pen. So like I said before, those 2 little tips, if you like, on the turrets where you can pen it, and something like an E3 in that game we played, that's where he would have penned us. Even with 248mm of pen, struggling. Needs up this heat pen of 340, as it shows here. The tank's sides are particularly strong. We're looking at sort of 300mm, and you can kind of over angle it. The upper plate of the vehicle is pretty strong as well. You can angle it a bit like a Russian medium like this. You want to be angling it, and by angling it, you at a sort of 30-degree angle, you're looking at 300mm effective thickness. The sides again at 30 degrees angle, sort of over angled, and you can get penetrated on the side because you only have 200mm of effective thickness like there. You need to angle it up slightly more to sort of 20-degree angle, and that will increase it all the way up to 300mm and makes it very difficult to penetrate. The lower glacis is particularly weak at 163mm of pen. It is quite hard to get through that front drive wheel, so only when it's really over angled would I advise going through there, but don't look for track shots when the tank is angled where, as you can see, didn't really work. Looking on to the AMX 30 prototype, this vehicle is an interesting one because with HE you don't want to be shooting the side because it has spaced armor. You want to be shooting towards the rear deck where the exhaust of the tank is, and there it is not spaced armor, and therefore you can actually penetrate the vehicle with HE, as it only has a 30mm armor plate. The front of the tank has a 40mm armor plate, but it is aggressively sloped, as you can see here, and so it is difficult to pen that. So you can angle it up a bit like a Russian medium, sort of 30 degrees, and works best at really aggressive angles of sort of 40 degrees, but you have to make sure you're not to expose that front drive wheel. Hold down, the vehicle is also strong. The turret has quite a large man plate with 400 millimeters of effective thickness, so it's definitely hard to get through that. The hatch is small, but it only has around 100 millimeters, and the weak spot on the turret, if you like, are the two cheeks on either side. As you can see, 340 millimeters of heat pen with the M103. Absolutely no problem getting through there. Once again, I'm sorry that this video took so long to get out. I'm probably editing the KPC and T55A video as we speak, and that should be coming shortly, if not today, tomorrow. If you prefer shorter videos, please post in the comments down below. This is a rather long one, but I wanted to include some gameplay of both tanks and showcase the armor profiles of both of the tanks. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Take care, and I'll catch you in the next one. Goodbye.